Today we're going to be covering one of my favorite support towers in Bloons Tower Defense 6, the Spike Factory. But to be honest with you, spikes isn't really exactly the right word, because we're talking about super mines, we're talking about regular old spikes, and then we're talking about the permanent road traps, as I call them. I mean, these are not your average tax. These things are absolutely insane. So I'm going to go into detail about each of the tier 5 versions of the Spike Factory. Now, the super mines are my favorite, and the way it's described in the game is creates gigantic exploding mines that can wipe out almost anything. And that's completely true. These things are super deadly. I mean, look at the tower right there. I mean, it looks absolutely menacing. Next up, we have the Carpet of Spikes ability, which is just a better version of Spike Storm, which covers the entire track in a layer of spikes. That's great if you're panicking and you need a little quick out to get into safety. And last but not least, we have the Perma Spike, which spikes basically become nearly permanent. That means they last like 10 rounds around. So you lay them on the ground and they just stay there till something hits it. Today, we're going to be trying to get to round 80, only using one of each of the tier 5 Spike Factories. Nothing else except for, well, banana farms, so we can actually afford them. And in order to get those banana farms, let's just go ahead and buy, you know, about like 10 cash drops and a banana farmer there. You know, they never hurt anybody. We'll buy it. And I'm going to toss it up on Monkey Meadow here. So let's go ahead. Let's hit standard mode. And first things first, right off the bat, obviously, we're going to need to put down one Spike Factory in the very back. Actually, I'll put it in the front for now. Just, I'll put one in the front later. Literally just let the rounds don't take 8 million years, because otherwise they literally have to make it all the way to the end of the track every time, and that'll just pretty much ensure that the rounds take, you know, 100,000 million years. So it's a bit of an exaggeration, I know, but not far off it, to be completely honest with you. It is bad. All right, thank you. We'll get one bank there with IMF loan. That way we can borrow money whenever we need. This one will be a marketplace. And then this one right here will focus on upgrading the top route. There we go. We're only going to need 3 for this because, well, we're only putting down 3 total towers. I really highly doubt we're going to need more money than that, to be completely honest with you. This already in and of itself is probably a bit of overkill, to be honest with you. All right, there we go. Keep on killing the game here. Come on, come on. Oh, yeah. This one Spike Factory alone should be able to get us pretty far along. I would say to wave at least 10, and that's in its current form. Of course, we can keep upgrading them, making them better and better and better. But the one at the end here is definitely going to be going the upgrade route of getting perma spikes, because we want it in the back area where it's least likely to be hit if we're going to put a Spike Factory in the top starting area. Because I'm thinking I would put one Spike Factory here and one down here. So this one should be perma spikes because it's less likely something's going to come along and actually use up the spikes. So that just seems to be the smart move. There we go. We borrowed some money in order to get that upgraded there, so that's good. And also, it looks like they're actually starting to break through a tiny bit. So let's go ahead and let's take a look at the different ones. So perma spike obviously is important. However, do we want faster production or do we want white hot spikes? I would say those, because that way we can actually cut through lead and frozen balloons. I think that that's probably important. And being they're going to last there forever, faster production, I don't really know how necessary that is. What does directed spikes do? Spike factories gain special targeting priority. What? Now that's interesting. I've never seen that one before, but I like it. Spikes that carry much longer can carry over 1 round. So long life spikes sound pretty good, honestly. I might want to get those. That way, in between rounds, it just kind of lasts. And look at them. They look more like little like road... they look like road spikes, road traps. I'm trying to think of the right word for it. But they look interesting nonetheless. That is definitely for sure. All right. Let's keep the rounds coming. And I also... Ooh, if I put it up there right now, I don't think it would really do much of anything. At least, yeah, currently I don't think it would anyway, but actually maybe. We might have enough money saved up soon for it. We could, let's put one down here. I just want to put one down and see what happens if we just start putting it this way like this. I wonder if I can, yeah, I might be able to actually just shred through the rounds like that. That way we don't have to wait for a million years for this thing. So like, take a look at that. Boom. Look at them go. Oh yeah. That'll make for faster rounds. That is a guarantee. All right. So now largely it's about the waiting game. Just trying to make enough money that we can last through all the waves. This one right here is definitely going the top route. The middle route one is going to be the one that goes right here. I think that's probably the smartest move. if I had to, you know, say which one would be better than the others. I think that's definitely the way. All right, let's go ahead and borrow money, central markets. There we go. Now we're actually getting somewhere with the money here. And oh, we can actually collect $8,800 pretty soon, actually. That's good. That's really good. And then what do we want to upgrade next? Well, next up is all just the tier 5 ones. So probably the cheapest one would be the right move for 51,000. Although how much do these things cost anyway with the spike factories? Like it might not even be. Oh yeah, that one's 148,000. Yeah, we're gonna need a lot more money than we have. Unlike some of these towers, if you look, they'll be like, oh, it's 20,000. You're like, oh, okay, that's not as much as I was expecting at all. But that is not the case of what's going on here. That is definitely not the case. Okay, let's go. Keep it up, Spike Towers. I like the one in the front here. He's definitely, yeah, he's making this a lot easier for us. I'm pretty convinced that to wave 80, I know easy mode, which ends at 40, and medium mode that ends at 60, we'll be able to do with just what we have, 3 Spike Towers. Wave 80 is a bit of a stretch. I'm not going to say yes, and I'm not going to say no. I genuinely am just not sure if they'll be able to do it. But only one way to find out. Okay, so it's time I put down this next little tower right here. This one, obviously, like I said, is going the middle route. But for now, we'll just put it down like that and get it all ready to go. Moab Shredder ones are awesome. So this will specialize in popping any Moab Bloons that try to break through. So that is a big, big advantage. We want that. That's really good for us. And there we go. Actually, I wonder if instead of getting the exploding ones there, I should have done Moab Shredder to break through the Moabs, and then this, at the end of the day, I really wonder if it'll matter much at all or not. I mean, it very well could, actually. You know what? Let's be smart about this. I'm selling that one off there. We're going to go ahead. What we're going to do is, instead, we're going to get this one to be the Moab Shredder, and then this one down here is going to be focused on getting for us the spiked balls. So that's going to be the one that goes in the upward direction. There we go. Yep, that feels better, because this way they'll break this one will break the Moab Bloons, and this one will break the ceramic balloons that could come out of it. And we also got to move our webcam, I just realized. It's kind of covering up a lot of the game. So we'll put it right there. It's good. All right, everyone. So we're getting to a point where they're starting to break through to the back line here. So this may be the time to upgrade him to his tier 5 version. So next up is Deadly Spikes, which can pop through 2 layers. And then the last one is Perma Spikes, which we already know literally just makes those permanent. And look at them. They literally look like road traps. I'm telling you, it's so crazy. So we'll keep that there, and we'll just keep on moving and grooving here throughout all these things. We'll get spike mines up here as well. That'll help stop them for at least a little bit. I can't imagine it would take much more than that. And this one right here, this ability is, okay, 35,000. I was going to say, I'm like, it doesn't seem like it's going to be that much money, honestly. Now, we are going to hurry up and get a tier 5 of this one right here, Monkeynomics, which is the top tier of the bank, because that way we can take out $10,000 whenever we want, or not whenever we want, but every, like, round or two, which is basically like whenever you want, really. And boom! Just in case you guys were wondering, it took it away, actually. It doesn't last over the rounds. I wanted to show you guys what his ability looked like, but we'll be able to take a look at that in a split second. So there we go. A little bit of victory going on there, and now we're on free play mode. There we go. So we're going past these waves now. So that was the end of easy mode. 3 of them breezed right through easy mode. We're going to see if 3 of them can last through medium and then hard mode after that. And just look at them all go. And actually, I just realized we got the ability. We did it. There we go. So now, any money we get, I mean, we can focus on getting this one up to 85,000. That seems like overkill. I think if we get any more money, we just focus on buying out the upgrades that we need, which is only 2 more. The one for 148,000 there, and this one for 35,000. And that's pretty much the end of those upgrades. There we go. And in fact, we just got $10,000 right there from that bank. That's good. And then another 10,000. I'll take it. Okay, so I can get Carpet of Spikes here. So before we get that, let's take a look real quick at what his ability looks like before the upgrade. So before it, that's what it looks like. Literally just covers everything in these Moab Shredder spikes. But now if we were to get Carpet Spike ability, I don't know why. I don't know if that just auto-fired it or what just happened, but regularly. That's why. I apologize. That one's not an ability you use. It just utilizes that ability, except just randomly whenever it feels like it. So I'm not hitting anything. It's just doing it when it feels like. And then if I want, I can do another layer on top of it. That's actually mega powerful. Oh my goodness. So you got the permanent spike guy in the back just making up the spikes as time goes on. And then this guy right here with the Super Mines ability. So let's go ahead and, I mean, honestly, at this point, I really could just sell off, I probably could sell off all these, actually, to be honest with you, and just get the thing. In fact, let's see. And yeah, there it is. All right, so we now have tier 5 of all 3 versions of the Spike Factory. We're going to see if that can or pass the test of time and actually make it to the very end. I don't see why it couldn't. Yeah, I mean, looking at that, that's insane. The tier 5 explosion one, like, they were breaking through for a bit there, the ceramics, and the tier 5 explosion one's like, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh, we got a Moab balloon in town, and he just immediately got shredded by the Moab Shredder. He just knows no bounds. He literally knows no bounds. He can't be stopped. Okay, there's another Moab. What just stopped it? I'm pretty sure, hear me out here, but I think one of this guy's explosions, right? I think one of them exploded so large that it went up the track and it hit the Moab balloon. That must have one insane AoE. That just doesn't seem right. All right, so there's only one more wave after this in order to get to the last one of medium mode. Honestly, seeing no trouble at all. I mean, the cool part about it as well, about the explosive tower in the bottom left, is my suspicion was correct, that anything that breaks through the bottom and makes one of those pops will also hit balloons that are on the lane above it, which is just crazy. But either way, that was our first run-in with a red Moab there, and the red Moab just got completely shredded. Also, I absolutely love this tier 5 one right here that just covers the track periodically with a whole thing of spikes, because this is just wild. Like, look, things are looking bad, and then all of a sudden, it'll go boom, and there we go. Everything's completely wiped away. It's kind of crazy. All right, well, these last few waves are always the hardest, but if we can get through them to wave 80, then we technically can beat hard mode literally with only 3 towers, which is just crazy. Not every single one you can do it with. A lot of them, yes, but we've encountered quite a number recently, actually, where they end up losing around wave 78, 79, so this is kind of the ultimate test of if this, you know, can actually beat it. I think the one thing I like most about the Spike Factories above all else is that they can hit every type of balloon. And I know that obviously sounds, well, obvious to you, because that's the whole point of them. But if you think about it, not many of the other towers can absolutely just destroy all types of balloons. And if they can, that doesn't even mean that they have specializations for it. Whereas this literally has a specialization that lets you pop lead, has a specialization that lets you pop Moab balloons, a specialization that lets you pop ceramic balloons, and on top of that, just by nature, can automatically hit camo balloons, purple balloons, you name it. So when you think about it, it's probably the most versatile tower out there. So I think that's what makes it so good, personally. But let me know if you guys differ in opinion on that one. I don't know. That's how I feel about it. But it's been cool. I honestly love experimenting with the different types of towers because there's so many out there, and to get used to the game and to get knowledgeable of the game, this is the best way to do it. So that's one of the big reasons I do it, is literally for my own self, to learn about this. That's why I do all these balloon videos. Okay, there we go. Pop them. Popping them. I got a couple Moabs. Yeah, this will be easy game. So the big question, it's not even a question really, because wave 80 is just going to be a ZOMG. It's more or less the only question I can think of is how quick are we going to destroy the ZOMG balloon, because it's just going to be ridiculous. Yeah, look at this. They're just tearing right on through. Boom. And here he is, the big old ZOMG balloon. How far along is he going to make it? Probably not that far. At least I doubt it. Oh my gosh, literally just after the abilities. Is he gonna make it past this first Spike Factory? Oh yeah, he definitely is, but hardly. For sure, hardly. And then, oh my. Well, there you have it. The Spike Factories are OP.